I'm eating a gingerbread cookie. So good. Now my Christmas mug, my Christmas glass, bottoms up with orange juice. My hat's gone. It's too hot. I'm wearing this hat. I want my Santa hat, but I say too hot in LA. Hello, you guys. Extra connections here. I trying to figure out what show to put this on. I guess it's me the show to put it on. I went to Christmas Con. So I want to tell you, I'm going to tell you my experience. This is not anybody else's experience. This is my experience, and this is what I did. This is what I saw, and how I feel. So I want you to always make sure all know it's me. So any hate comments, if you don't count me, it's all come to James Lott Jr. It's me. Any love comments, me and James Lott Jr. It's me. This cookie's the bomb. So good. Okay, so I've always wanted to go to Christmas Con. I always wondered what it'd be like. What does it mean? I've never been to a con in my life, like SoapCon. Well, it's no SoapCon, but Comic Con or this con or Drag Con. I've never been to any cons. I've been to a couple. I used to run conventions myself, so I should actually let people know that I used to run conferences for about 15 years. Conferences, getaways, events. So I know what goes on behind the scenes. I know all the behind the scenes, from site inspections to contract negotiations to how many overages of this you put on a plate of this and how many people can be in this class and splitting a ballroom. I know all that stuff to running a conference, being on site, and post. I know the whole thing. I've been doing it for years. I'll do it anymore, but I did it for years. So I saw like Greg, it's gonna go somebody else's. Let's have a good time. I guess I didn't know what to expect, but I was very excited. It's the Pasadena Convention Center here in Los Angeles. It was 93 degrees and it's August. It was hot as F. But I knew going inside. I was just at the convention center for the daytime Emmys a month earlier, so I knew the space is a good space. Very excited. So we park. I go with my sister and a friend, and Serafini, Tony Moore, who are co-hosts and friends of mine, we're gonna meet us there at some point. They're gonna be there, meet us there. But I went with my sister and my friend Gina, and we went. We were excited. Had a couple of clothes. I was gonna wear some Christmas stuff. Can't fit it, so that didn't happen. Damn. I was just so hot. I didn't want to wear anything even. I have these Christmas sweaters. I couldn't do it. But we go. We park. Say first. That's for entertainment. Actually, run this. The website was clean, easy to follow, easy to purchase tickets. Did all that. We spent $65 total each for these tickets. And did that. Okay, so now we're there, and we get in. We get over to the space of Christmas Con. You want to see pictures? I posted them online. You saw pictures online. At James Lott Jr. JLJ Media everywhere. You want to see what I'm talking about? The backstretches. We walk in, and the foyers are filled with these beautiful decorations. So that part was like exactly what I was hoping it would be. I was like, I walk in, and it was like these beautiful Christmas trees. They were all up along the walls, and they had different kinds of trees. They had nutcrackers. They had all kinds of stuff. One of my favorite is there were two things I loved. There was a giant nutcracker, probably like 5 feet tall. He was like silver and white and gray, and he was beautiful. And there was a sleigh they had. I was like, put it in my front yard, put presents on it, fake presents on it, it'd be wonderful. That was nice too. But to walk in, you're like, okay, I'm getting some sense of Christmas. This is good. We're excited. We have been into the exhibit hall or the panels are. There's rooms with a room with panels for the panels and stuff, and a room for all the exhibits and the signing and stuff. So I'm like, okay, kids, I remember telling us, okay, there was in the bathroom, right, rest, we're gonna go in, should go up and down, vendors go up and down the aisles. I'm waiting for kind of stuff. We go in. The ballroom was huge, but half of it was empty. And I was like, what's going on? And part of me was like, as a planner, they must have got the whole ballroom. So I don't have to share anybody else. Already got a package deal because I know that you can split off the ballrooms and make configurations, and sometimes you can have 2 or 3 events happening at once. And I have a feeling they were like, we don't want anything happening at once. So I thought that's smart on some level. But yeah, one side area was for meet and greet, private party, private area. And they had seating for people who got some food or want to rest, these round tables in one corner. That front, they had this one thing where you area to get food. We walk in, there was only like 7 vendors, 8. I was in shock. I was like, where are the vendors? I thought for sure, I don't know what I was expecting. Again, I don't know, I've never been to one. I was expecting like all the other cons I've seen, the other conventions, their vendors are everywhere. There's all kinds of vendors and all kinds of stuff going on and freebies being passed out and things you can buy. I'm thinking, I get my debit card ready. Let's get some stuff. First of all, everything was cash only, which I don't like that. Sorry, I didn't like that. I think now in the age of COVID and all that crap, I'm like, I'd rather just have credit card. Who has cash on them? Who has cash? So that was, to me, that was weird. But it was only like 5, it was like 4, 6, 7 vendors. And the first 2 were really good. I liked them. This one, he had these beautiful Afghans and scarves, really beautiful. This other guy we talked to for a little bit, a second vendor, had some cute Halloween and Christmas stuff. I said, you got brought Halloween. It was very smart of him. He's like, yes, indeed. He has out there some handcrafted things he did himself. He was very nice. And really, all his stuff was really nice. Then went next to that, there was some like t-shirt place and I don't know, whatever. Then on the other side, we turned over like, that's it. The other side, there was one of the other podcasts was there selling their books. And then it was Christmas Not Canceled, had all their stuff, which was great. We love Christmas Not Canceled. I've done stuff with them, Jen Lilly and others, my buddy. I loved it. And so they had their whole section set up. They had a thing with another person next to him with this wheel of like deal thing. That was kind of fun looking. Then they had the actual Christmas merchandise. I was hoping for a tote bag. They didn't have any to sell for us. I saw VIP people have bags. So I was like, oh, I love bag. I'm a bag person. There were no bags for us. They had other things like lanyards and mugs and stuff, but I just wasn't interested in that. That took like 5 minutes. We were all like, oh, okay, that's it. The rest of the ballroom were rows and rows of for the star greeting, which it was a great setup because they had each one had their own kind of booth, so to speak. And they were all next to each other. They had their name. It was really well done. That part was really well done. They had their names in a booth. They could sell whatever they're selling, I guess, also. They had different pricing for autograph or a picture. And I saw Jen Lilly, I saw Paul Green, I saw people I knew. We just talked because they were really giving their fans time. I was like, that part was really, and I know Jen and I know Paul, and they're really sweet people. And but they really were giving their fans time to talk to them and spend time with them. And I thought that's very nice. I mean, if you're Betty Sue from Ohio, you come all the way out here, and Jen Lilly's your favorite, I thought it was very cool that Jen, which I'm not surprised. I know Jen. I'm not surprised that she gave you a chance to talk to her, like really have a conversation with her and then get a picture. And it was wonderful. It was wonderful to see that and seeing the reactions of people like this. So I get jaded a little because I know all of them. So I don't get starstruck like that, but they were so starstruck. It was so nice to see that. I was like, oh, and see all the Hallmark stars. They're all around. Some in their booth, somewhere. I went on Saturday. It was Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I went on Saturday. There was a nice crowd there. I'll say that. But the biggest crowd was for Barbara Eden for IGN. And when I saw her, I was like, I got a little starstruck. I grew up at IGN Genie and her and just everything. She was on Dallas, everything. I'm a huge fan. And she was selling genie bottles. I'll let you go, girl. She selling some genie bottles, and Simon it was cute. But it was really good to see her. But then I was done. We were like an hour, like okay, half hour. So we're like, okay. And I was like, so for me, $65, that wasn't worth for me. I was like, okay. We were about to leave because we were hungry. Marissa showed up and see Marissa. That was fun. And then Tony showed up. And so that was fun too. So we went over to the Ugly Sweater Contest. Now, Jonathan Bennett was hosting it. He knows Tony, and we got to meet him. He was really nice. Now, that was fun. That was about 40 minutes show. That was packed. The audience was into it. And the costumes were really magic. There's one that was, the way I was sitting, I couldn't really see it fully until later. It won one of the rounds. It was a fireplace mantle and a fire. 2 people. I'm like, that's really imaginative. This woman called Tinsel. She was fun. They had it was like Taylor Hines and and Jesse Hutch all making fun, having a good time. That was, and Jonathan Bennett's a really great host. He knows how to do it, and the audience was eating alive. It was a lot of fun. That was a lot of fun. It's a trip to see folks dressed in Christmas stuff, and it's August in Los Angeles. It was a little trip. But it was a lot of fun to see that, and that made up for some of the, for me, lackluster stuff in there. But here's my thing overall, and we left after that. But here's my thing overall: if you're there for the seeing the stars and getting to talk to them, get pictures with them, then it's worth it. It's completely worth it. I think for if you're coming there because all the stars that were there, Karen Matheson, I mean, they were all there. Then yes, you gotta pay. I think it was like $50 or $60 for a picture, or whatever. But it's kind of worth it. If you live somewhere else, you never see them, and you're a big star fan of theirs, I believe it's worth it. I think it's just totally, it's totally worth it to see them. And even you didn't pay for pictures for all of them. They were roaming around. You get to see, they have panel discussions, which I didn't stay for the panel discussion. I'm not a Hallmark-y. I'm a Hardy Hallmark-y. It just was very, I think for people like that, it's really worth it. And I saw the food. Food looked decent. I just didn't eat there. We went to Yard House across the way at the Paseo afterwards, had a good time. But I will say, going to the other stuff did actually help a bit. Of okay, that was fun. So for me, I give it a C+. For me, just because it wasn't maybe even B-, maybe. I mean, it wasn't exciting, but it was. We all determined, my group. It was good to see Marissa in person. It was good to see Tony in person. I don't see them all the time. It was a nice Saturday afternoon out. We got there around 11:30, 11:45, and left around 2. It was a nice afternoon out, nice mid afternoon out. It was kind of nice. It was something different, which I always say you should do different things. So it wasn't a total bust. It was some fun. Yeah, I got a few pictures. Who asked, any more pictures? I got what I could get, kind of. I didn't stay longer. We were it was just hot. We were tired, and I don't be around crowds these days because of COVID, so I'm trying to limit that. I wore my mask the whole time. But it was a nice night out, nice afternoon out. It was a nice afternoon out. So for me, and I know Tony stayed, and he said we met all these people, had a good time. So he had a little different experience than we did. But I know for me, it was okay. I'm glad I went and tried it and saw what it was about. I would like to go to a con that's full and has a full experience. I'd love to have that at some point and see just so I can see a difference. But I went. So that's my Christmas con experience. So there you go. I will end here. I want to thank everybody who was there, who showed up. I want to thank everybody who behind the scenes. One of my friends was actually security there, so I didn't see him, but we talked about it afterwards. We were actually there at the same time. That all the hard work you put on behind the scenes to put these things on, there's hard work. You're there early in the morning, you're there late at night. There's a 3-day event. So everybody at the Pasadena Convention Center, and everybody at That's for Entertainment, everybody that was involved in this, congratulations. Thanks to I want to thank all the actors who came out. It was very cool they came out on their off time to do this for the fans, because Hallmark Channel and GAC and all those fans, the actors know the fans. We wouldn't be here without the fans. You just wouldn't be here. You just wouldn't. This Christmas stuff that goes on is because the fans tune in and watch it. Like literally, they tune in and watch it. And that's how you get successful, when you actually say hi and give back to the people who are giving so much to you. So thanks to all of them. Everybody take care, and we'll see you next time.